The discovery of human remains at a construction site in Sugar Land opened a window into a dark period in Texas history, the convict leasing system targeting African Americans. Tonight, we talked to local activists who uncovered the actual contracts used in the system. Jessica Borg is in Galveston with the story. Jessica?
Len, the Rosenberg Library here in Galveston is where activists found the contracts used in the state's convict leasing system. They provide valuable information and insight into that dark period of time. Although the documents state what activists suspected they would, they tell me it is still powerful and disturbing to see it in print. These are copies of contracts from 1891, 1893, and 1895 between the Galveston-based Ball Hutchinson Company and Texas State Penitentiaries. The contracts are for farm labor.
So in the contract, the number 2 stipulation is that the convicts whose labor is to be furnished under this contract shall be Negroes.
That line is disturbing and very telling for activist Samuel Collins.
So it was not just simply about convicts. It was specific convicts that they were trying to basically re-enslave.
Collins has been trying to shed light on the state's convict leasing system for years. The subject recently got international attention when 94 sets of remains were discovered by construction crews at the site of a former plantation in Sugar Land. Experts believe the remains belong to black prisoners, among them former slaves, leased out to private businesses so that the state could make a profit. Archaeologists say here the prisoners were as young as 14 to as old as 74.
It shows you that the system was being used even against children, sometimes locking children up as early as 10, 11 years old.
The contract showed the state was paid $17 a month for each inmate.
If you go back into the historical record, the Texas agricultural average wage was between $13 and $14 per laborer per month. That means they were paying a premium for prison labor, specifically because they could get more productivity out of prison labor through means that we really don't want to talk about.
The private businesses would house and feed the inmates, but historians say these so-called work farms were atrocious. It was estimated even back then that a convict could expect to live a mere 7 years due to the grueling labor, unsanitary conditions, and the likelihood of being shot by guards.
They had total disregard for the life of the prisoner, so they would work them to death and just arrest more people.
Now, those contracts that we saw were donated by the company itself to the library, Ball Hutchins and Company. By the end of 1912, all contracts between state prisons and private enterprises ended. Texas Governor Oscar Colquitt is credited with making prison system reforms. We are live this evening in Galveston. Jessica Borg, KHOU 11 News.
Yeah, the information fascinating and tragic. Jessica, thank you.